Hello everyone, it's Andrew from Gem TCG, and today's video I'm going to be showing you guys sort of the best way to keep your eBay inventory organized for two reasons. One is to obviously make it easy to find the cards that you're looking for, and two, making it easy to maintain. And what I'm showing you guys right now is the current way I'm doing the chaos sort system, and it's a little bit flawed, and I'm going to tell you why. So before we even show you that one, I want to show you guys another thing because I know a lot of other sellers do it in this way. And it's sort of like this, where they'll have a set and then they'll have it alphabetically sorted within. So this 151, it's taking up those 2.5 or 3 rows. It goes from Z over here all the way to A over there. And this works pretty well. However, maintaining it is a pain. Whenever you get more inventory, you have to zipper it in. And if you ever run into the instance where, let's say you have to add in 500 cards, but then there's no inventory or there's no open space in this box, you have to shift things over across all of the rows, which is a huge pain. And I made a short form video on that showing how annoying that is. And actually, shout out DK TCG. He made a follow up video in response to my video, which was pretty cool. And he was just showing me how he organizes his inventory. And what I'm going to show you guys is not exactly that, but it kind of influenced me in a way and made me think the best way to do it. So now that you know the actual problem, let me show you guys exactly what you all should be doing to maintain your inventory and keep it organized. So what I have right here, as you can see, it goes PO 174, 175, and then so on. So as you can see, this area, there's a huge gap. This area, there's a smaller gap too. And if you keep going on, you'll notice that like some of them they don't have gaps, some of them have some pretty decent gaps. And whenever I add more inventory in with this system, going in chronological order, I just have to keep adding more boxes and boxes. And then this is my last one, 327. So now the current issue, I'm sure you guys have all figured it out by now, is in order for me to fill in these gaps here, I'm going to have to shift over every single card to the left, to the lower number of batches. And that is going to be a huge pain. So the solution I have, and I know it's taken me a while to get to this, but I think the context is pretty important. And the solution I have is, instead of naming these in chronological order like this, instead you could just name, ignore the label that I already have here, but you could name the box, or you could name the shelf and row combination, or however you want to do it. But just try to keep an image in your mind, because I didn't want to actually write on the labels and get things changed yet because I haven't fully implemented this, but I wanted to show you guys as soon as possible so that way you can set this foundation up sooner rather than later, because the later you wait, the harder it's going to be to switch. So look, when you get a box, let's say we labeled this box 1. Now, when you add a batch, let's say you're using TCG Automate and it does the SKUs for you, name your SKU batch 1 or box 1 dash 1, and then put that here. Instead of saying 174, you'll say box 1 dash 1. And then the cards, obviously, within it gets incremented automatically with TCG Automate. And then box 2 or box 1 dash 2, box 1 dash 3, and it'll keep going on all the way until here. And let's just say you get 30 different SKUs inside of this one box. Then, once you start clearing up spaces in here, and you run into this instance right here where clearly I could fit another batch or two into here. And let's say I finished, like I said earlier, at batch 30. So it'll be box 1 30. Now, when I go to add more inventory, instead of going all the way down and saying PO 328, creating more boxes, more room for, or more space to hold the inventory, I could just go in and name my batch box 1 31, and then I put it at the end here. And then That's it. I don't have to transition any cards to the left. I don't have to keep track of chronological order and make sure things are all being done correctly. And it also helps a ton for when you're getting orders. So that way you don't have to look through all your boxes. And for me, it's pretty easy because obviously it starts at 60 over here and then goes all the way to 320. And it's all right by each other. So it's pretty easy. But if you're limited on room or on just space to put boxes in, this will save you a ton of time and make things much easier to maintain. You don't have to shuffle around as much anymore because things are going to be much more organized. And whenever you see gaps, especially like one right here, I could just go in, add another batch to this box. And another side tip you could do, which obviously is much more rare, but let's say, see this one PO 140, there's probably 3 or 5 cards in there. And with this current system, if I ran out of PO 140, sure, I could just replace it and make a new batch and name it PO 140 again. But that's going to be a little bit weird and might cause some issues when it comes to restocking inventory. And it just doesn't feel right. So you don't have to worry about instances like that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of larger stores do this. And these, by larger stores, I mean huge stores that don't even post on social media because they're just so busy with maintaining their stores. And I know they do, some of them even do aisle one, shelf one, cabinet one, row two, crazy SKU systems like that. And I think that is the best method to get your inventory organized and just make things much easier to maintain. So let me know what you guys think down below. I know it's kind of hard to tell without me actually showing what it looks like physically, but I'm sure you guys can picture it in your minds and get a sense of what I'm talking about. And just to illustrate what I'm talking about and show you guys how to do it within TCG Automate, basically you would name your batch something like this: box 1-2. That just means it's the second batch in box 1. And then whatever, when you finish going through your cards, you just download the CSV, upload it to eBay over here, and then what it shows up as on eBay listings, and obviously these are older listings, I haven't implemented this yet, but it shows right here, MA 242-63. So that means it's the 63rd card in the 242nd magic batch. That's kind of how my SKU system would be, or is. And then if you were to do this method, this new one, it would just say something like box 1-2-063. So very simple. And then when you get an order, I can't show you my actual orders without doxing their addresses. But basically, when you get the order, on the title name or under the title, it'll show the SKU system. So that way it's very easy to reference exactly where the cards are. So that way you don't have to memorize exactly where they are. It just shows it for you. And another great thing, and I know a lot of us are smaller time sellers and not at the point where you have employees or people helping you, but if you ever do have people helping you with sourcing, pulling inventory, it's very easy to teach them on this because they don't need to learn what set a card belongs to or what, however your inventory is organized. They don't need to learn that. They just need to learn that one number right there, 242-63, or in this new method, box 2-5-45. So again, I think this is the best method for organizing cards. And if you have any questions or need help with anything, please comment down below. I'll try to explain it more. And I'll also make maybe a follow-up video once I actually do a full box of what it looks like. And it's pretty simple, or it's pretty similar to what I just showed, but just in case you guys are interested in that. So hopefully you guys found this one helpful. If you try this out, let me know how it goes for you. And also, if you have already tried this out and maybe you like it or don't like it, comment your experiences with it because I'm interested to learn how that is. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.